Did you know that you can actually change that weakness of yours, turn that weakness of yours into strength or even money? Are you aware? So just stay tuned and I'm going to tell you my story. For the past 5 years, I had this trichotillomania. I had this sickness called trichotillomania, which is simply the urge to pull out one's hair. It's a mental disorder that causes someone to pull out his or her own hair. During my research years, I found out that none of my family members had that kind of sickness, and it's like I'm the first person in my family lineage to get that kind of sickness, and it's so embarrassing. Do you know how it feels to be born into a family that are endowed and blessed with long hair, but in the middle of that family there's this little girl that pulls out her own hair, like drags it out, and there's bald spot here, bald spot there, bald spot there. God, it's so embarrassing, and you won't understand this until you walk a mile in our own shoes. Okay, so how did I turn this sickness into strength and also money? So I wrote a comprehensive guide for people who are affected like me and people who are not so opportune to visit therapists and medical doctor for something like that. Besides, I also read somewhere that doctors haven't found a permanent cure for this sickness. So I wrote this ebook that contains both my stories and 20 effective ways that trichotillomania victims can stop pulling their hair or maybe control their hair pulling urge. And I published this book on Amazon. No marketing strategy or anything. I just wrote it out of passion and because I needed to help people like me. And this book has sold over 5 copies on Amazon without any effort on my part. Okay, that's just me making money from something I did. I created that ebook for free, designed the cover on Canva, wrote the ebook with my Microsoft Word software, and that's all. I didn't spend a dime on that ebook, but I've sold 5 copies on Amazon, and each copy is sold for $4.99 on Amazon. That aside, I also uploaded the book on my selar store, where Nigerians like me can also access the book quickly without having to go to Amazon. And I've sold 5 copies. I've also given away more than 5 copies for free. So you see the pattern. I'm actually making money from just my life experience, something I thought was my weakness, something that was so embarrassing, something that made me hide myself for over 3 years. I just wrote a simple ebook sharing my story, my 5 years life experience with trichotillomania and some effective ways that have helped me control the urge to pull out my hair within that 5 years, and which are very, very effective because my hairs are growing really, really fast now. So I just wrote the ebook, shared my secrets, my story, and my strategies with them, and I've made money from that ebook. I'm in Nigeria right now, but my book has traveled to almost 5 countries in the whole world. Nigerians bought it. One of the celebrities I follow on Twitter bought the book. One other person bought the book from North America. She sent me this email that you're seeing on the screen right now. And so many other people that bought the book from the trichotillomania group that I joined on Facebook. So the point of this video is to actually make you understand that you can that life experience, that thing that is so easy for you to do, that you think is just, it doesn't really matter. There are thousands of people out there who are sourcing for this kind of information, who are searching Google every day, who are looking for someone to teach them that thing that you know, and are willing to pay as much as possible to teach them what you know. Okay, so I just turned what I thought was my weakness and into my strength and money also. So I share my stories on Facebook, I share it on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. I'm no longer afraid of telling people that I once was a trichotillomania victim, or I once had trichotillomania, or I'm still going through a little bit of trichotillomania when I'm stressed. What I thought back then was my weakness, my greatest weakness, that made me hide my face, that made me hide from people, is something that is actually taking my story all over the world. Okay, So that thing that you think is your weakness can actually be the turning point in your life. Okay, I'm organizing a training where I'm going to teach people how to turn their life experience, or that thing they think nobody cares, nobody wants to learn, or something like that. No, that thing that it's so easy to them. I'm organizing a training using this experience, this my first book experience, to teach them how they can turn their life experience and their stories into a passive income, that's into something that can pay them passive income even when they are sleeping. So make sure you subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell so that whenever I upload the video about the class, sharing the information about the class and also sharing the link, you get notified on time. Okay, the training is going to be a 2 days training, 2 days training, or maybe a 1 day training. It's going to be a very, very extensive class where I'm going to break down everything I did to pen down that story, and also to upload it and also to sell it to as many people as possible. Okay, don't be afraid, don't be ashamed. Subscribe to the channel, stay tuned, and I will let you know the day and the time for the training. Okay, so make sure you don't miss it for anything. Okay, let's turn that life experience, let's turn that story of yours into something that can actually pave a big way for you. All right, stay tuned. Bye.